It's really crazy just thinking about offer sheets and thinking about where we were just a few weeks ago, with everybody saying things like, no, it's not gonna happen, no way an offer sheet's gonna get done, and boom, we have ourselves an offer sheet from the Montreal Canadiens on Aho, and all of a sudden the vaults have opened. And even though the Hurricanes intend to match Montreal's offer sheet and keep Aho for themselves, there are tons of rumors about new offer sheets and other teams and other players. Check out David Pagnotta again here on Twitter. Multiple teams have considered pursuing Marner, including the Islanders and Montreal. Hearing the Islanders are serious about pursuit, while the Canadiens may be focused on Laine. Whether the Isles or another team move forward with an offer sheet remains to be seen. Then take a look at this Sportsnet graphic of Joey Vendetta and his quote. The team that I'm hearing is a team that's got the cap space, obviously, and has the draft picks, and has a bit of history with the Maple Leafs. This is on the subject of a Mitch Marner offer sheet. So we're having ourselves some crazy offer sheet rumors here, and Laine and Marner seem to be the big fish. So let's just go over a little bit of the options here, explore what this may mean, and talk about the context. So Montreal, they're in a position where they just lost out on Aho. Aho is going to go back to Carolina. The Hurricanes already talked about how they intend to match the deal, so Montreal's got some room to work with here, and if they're focused on getting Patrik Laine, then they very well could. However, a Laine offer sheet is a little bit different than an Aho offer sheet. Sure, they're both Finnish, but that's not something that you need to take into consideration here. Aho's offer sheet came at $8.4 something million, and that was just enough for Aho to say, yeah, okay, that's good, I'm taking that. The thing is, if you offer sheet Laine 8.4 something whatever and he accepts, Winnipeg matches that instantly. And in order to give yourself an opportunity to actually pry Laine away from the Jets, because they still have to sign Connor, they still have to sign Laine too, you're gonna have to go into a little bit of an overpayment for Patrik Laine. That means $9.25, $9.5, maybe even $10 million, something that could really handcuff the Winnipeg Jets. And therein lies the problem, because if you go yourself the overpayment route for Laine, what you're doing, by definition, is overpaying for Laine. And Laine, although a fantastic goal scorer, is coming off of a down year and has been noted recently for his one-dimensional play. So there's a very good argument to be made saying that Laine doesn't deserve an overpayment, especially at this stage in his career. If he was really good, then obviously an overpayment would suffice, but Laine has had issues presenting themselves through the cracks of his game throughout the past year, and obviously those are being taken a hold. So if you want to go the offer sheet route for Laine, you will need to overpay, and you will need to put yourself in a vulnerable position if you do overpay. Which is why this whole Montreal offer sheeting Laine thing is quite a big dilemma at this point. However, as said by Scouch on Twitter here, if the Canadiens get Laine and Caulfield in the next few years, that is just so dangerous, so deadly. I hate the sound of that, but as a Habs fan, it sounds incredible. So I really like the sound of that, but I don't really know if I'm willing to overpay for a guy like Laine. Now, on the other side of the pond here, Mitch Marner. Marner and the Isles. Lou Lamoriello taking a look at his old former team and wanting to screw over Kyle Dubas and the Maple Leafs because they took away Tavares. Now, obviously, this is just a Sportsnet graphic. This is just Pagnotta talking about things. The Sportsnet graphic doesn't even explicitly say who the team is, but just from inferring things, we could understand that the Islanders were very much in on Panarin. It's just that Panarin went to the other New York team. The Islanders were very much in on free agent talks, and they didn't get anything, aside from re-signing their captain, Anders Lee, which, I mean, okay, that's great, but that's not the big fish free agent you wanted to add. So now, people are speculating that the Marner thing could head over to Long Island, and if this is realistic, I don't think it's happening. Seriously, that's not happening, one bit. That is not happening. Mitch Marner going back over to Lou Lamoriello, I don't see that happening, because there are just so many other layers of the previous Marner contract that Lou Lamoriello did have a hand in, that I don't believe Marner would be going over and wanting to play for Lamoriello once more. Things like salary cap bonuses and all that stuff, I don't see that going that way. But if it does happen with Montreal, then, oh man, there's quite a bit to be desired. I mean, the Habs do have the picks. Like, they definitely have the assets to get it done. And the cap space, I believe it's still there too. They didn't re-sign Lehkonen, and they didn't get too much on that Sherratt contract, so there's just a lot to be desired here, and I'm just really much looking forward to what the future holds, especially for the Montreal Canadiens. Not too sure about Marner, but if they're really honing in on Laine, then that sounds like a very, very interesting idea. So we'll see in the future if there's another offer sheet to be had, either with another Finn or with the big Canadian RFA just a few kilometers away. Hope you enjoyed this video. Social Jump 99, and bye.